All right. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Hey, new soldier. So boy in the building. Shalom, ma.
Shalom, Yabashim Shabrakata.
Yabashim Shabrakata. Good to see you, brother.
God.
All right. Everybody hear me? I sound clear? Look close. There we go. All right, cool. Hold on, give me one more second. Hey, The Rock, since it's your first time on, why don't you introduce yourself to the people, man, and shout out everybody right quick.
Shalom, Israel, brother The Rock. Go down this right quick. All right, Shalom, Jeremiah NC. Shalom, sister with the Hebrew name that hopefully we're going to find out what that means at Passover. Shalom, John Allen. Shalom, Christina. Shalom, warrior Mayakala. Shalom, John Gilchrist. Brother Jonathan. Shalom, Soldier Kaivan. Shalom, Arwan Yariel. Shalom, Shaquat B. Shalom, Blue. Dre Israel. Bela. Shalom, Azariah Yasharala. Shalom. I'm messing up y'all name. I'm sorry. Papa Legba. Shalom, Ariel, SOT. Shalom, Chazaquat, Yasharal. Shalom, Soldier Kaya.
Hey, shalom to all Israel, man.
Shalom to all Israel.
I ain't gonna make him shout everybody out. Just wanted to let the brother introduce himself. See how difficult Israel names is out here. Shalom to everybody though, man. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We are the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our prayer and heart's desire that all Israel might be saved. Y'all doing this dirty in the comment section. I mean in the like section right now. Please like the video as y'all come in the building. If you haven't liked it, please like it one time. Helps us catch the algorithm. Does us a big favor. Make sure that Israel will be able to see the video. They catch it on time. So please like the video. As you see, we do have Passover coming up. Please do not keep calling me or any other brother in the camp asking if there's space at Passover. We did tell you guys a long time ago that the RSVPs have been closed. We don't have much room. We packed up in there. We got just enough food for everybody. So if you didn't RSVP this time, I apologize, but hopefully we can see you next time. And that doesn't mean that you can't come to camp still, right? So you can still pull up and come enjoy the camp with us or something like that over the weekend, right? So we might have events and stuff like that after Passover going on, like Thursday. I know brothers supposed to get together and play basketball. So it's things like that. You can still come and enjoy with us and stuff like that, right? But yeah. I know North Carolina's also having a Passover as well. So if you're in that area, you don't gotta, well, are they coming here? I can't remember if they coming here, if they
Yeah, I don't know. I think they got a few brothers from NC that's coming.
Yeah, I know we got a couple brothers coming, but if you can't make it, go ahead and make sure that you catch us on the live. We do go live for Passover like we do every other feast day. So you can make sure that you catch us there, all right? Yeah, so that's something that y'all are gonna have to do, all right? Also, make sure that you do watch the other videos that we got coming this week, especially the Passover video, right? Passover live that we're gonna have going on. So today is not going to be a complete Passover lesson. It's really not a Passover lesson. It's just going to be a prep video, right? Teach you how to come in, what type of spirit you're supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to get into tonight. So yeah. All right. Give me just a moment. Let me do one more thing right quick. Hold on. All right. So, there, you got your Bible ready, brother?
Khan out of one.
All right, cool. So, as usual, man, y'all know the spirit of Passover is something that you're supposed to be in. Go ahead, start me off with Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 4, right? Because as usual, right, and what we're gonna do before we get into the Brandon T. Jackson thing, because I know y'all see him up there as well. We're gonna talk about why I'm talking about him today, but of course, first we want to get the Passover prep out the way, right? But every Passover in Israel, there seems to be a problem that happens, right? A situation that goes on. Either prominent brothers get caught doing something, or something goes on where Israel is trying to cause division. You know what I'm saying? A new doctrine comes into the earth, and a bunch of Israelites are jumping towards it, gravitating towards it, whatever it might be, right? Women start going off, going crazy. Sifting season, a bunch of bug outs just start popping out the woodworks. A lot of different things starts to happen during Passover season, right? And what it brings to light is that when these things happen, the way brothers start to talk about each other, the way sisters start to talk about each other, the way folks start to talk about camps, it's never in the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? The spirit that we always teach we're supposed to be in, the spirit that you teach in the Christians that they're supposed to be in when you see them on the street, when you talk to them at clubhouse, whatever it is, right? The spirit that we always speaking on other brothers in the truth in and sisters in the truth in, it's never the spirit that we teach we're supposed to be in, right? So Passover is the time when you're supposed to get that stuff right. But before we talk about the spirit, you know, of course, the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, in particular, right? There's something that you're not supposed to be partaking in, something you're not supposed to be eating, which is leaven. So if you could go ahead and read Deuteronomy 16 and 4 for me, please, brother. I'm gonna actually see if I can pull it up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 4. And there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coasts 7 days. Neither shall there anything of the flesh, which thou sacrificest the first day at even, remain all night until the morning.
You see that? So there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coasts 7 days, right? So this part of the thing is a physical leavened bread. It's based off things that you consume. You know what I'm saying? So first thing you want to do is between now, if you haven't done it already, of course, between now and Wednesday, you have time to get the leaven out of your home, right? So what are some things that are considered leaven? This is always a big fight that Israel has every single year, right? Of course, your beer, grain alcohols, those type of things, right? Your your grain delagers and all of that type of stuff. That's stuff that you're gonna have to do away with for the week, right? Anything with yeast in it, your baking powders, your sodas, right? Your breads, breaded chicken, cereals, honey buns, certain noodles out there, they got bread in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeast to be particular. So I mean, these things that you consume, you know what I'm saying? That's stuff that you have to get up out of your house. Now, we also are a camp that teaches practicality, right? So we're gonna get into that a little bit, right? But another thing that I want you guys to understand, something we had brought out last year that a lot of different camps don't touch on. Even your animals in your habitations are supposed to keep the Passover if possible, right? When the laws were given to us and Moses was giving us these laws, passing it down to us, it wasn't just the people that had to do these things. It was the animals within the habitations that had to keep those laws too. The slaves that was within the habitations had to keep those laws too, right? So me and Judah brought it out last year. The job I used to work at, well, one of the jobs I had last year was Animal Supply Co. At the time I was working there was actually Passover, and I brought it out that they actually they serve, you know, unleavened dog food, cat food, bird food, snake food, whatever it is. Any type of animal you got, gorilla food, lion food, tiger food. We made everything over there. You know what I'm saying? So you can get any type of food for whatever type of animal you have, whether it be, you know, regular animal, reptile, fish, whatever it is. And you can make sure that your, you know, animal is eating kosher during this time. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that nothing has yeast in it. So there's different things you could get for that to get the animal thing out the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Also, like I said, we are a camp that teaches practicality. Shalom to everybody that's coming in right now. Make sure that y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Shalom, shalom. But as I was saying, we are a camp that, you know, teaches practicality. We are big on practicality, right? After all, the school that our elders came from was called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? So they were taught practicality, therefore they taught that and passed it down to us, right? So now we're trying to teach the practicality to you guys. And there's scriptures in the Bible that teach practicality as well, right? Give me Matthew chapter 23, verse 4. Because there's a lot of camps that'll teach you to be extremely righteous, you know what I'm saying? Do it to the T, even if it's something that you can't do, right? Hey, lo badini. Yeah, we're actually going over the Torah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just chill out for a minute though, all right? Like chill out in the chat a little bit, brother. All right. So yeah. But Matthew 23 and 4, right, is gonna basically explain. There's a lot of brothers out there that teach that there's a certain spirit you can have. There's a certain way that you should be when it comes to teaching the law, even if it's gonna, burden you, put you in a certain situation. We know that a lot of people, especially in this captivity, with the way prices is right now, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all might not be able to throw everything away in your house, right? So we say, a lot of you might not live in your own home. So what we say is, instead of throwing away your parents' stuff, or instead of throwing away stuff that you're not going to be able to afford to get back and have nobody help you with that, right? We would tell you, if it's possible, if you got a brother or sister that has a garage or something like that you can store your stuff in, that would be your first option, right? Go and try to get it out of your house by giving it to someone else that could put it, in storage for you or something like that. If you can't do that, you can put it in the trunk of your car, right? Or you can use somebody else's car and put it in the trunk of their car that may not park, within their house or something like that. Might live in an apartment complex. They can leave the car outside. You leave the stuff in their trunk, whatever it is, right? If it gets too difficult, you can leave it with a brother or sister that has a garage, in the trunk of their car in the garage, right? Since they technically aren't living out of their house, so their habitation is the crib that they live in. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways around it. If it's something that you can't keep to a T, it's not like you're trying not to keep it. You know what I'm saying? You're still trying to do it to the best of your ability. You're just not putting yourself in a bad situation afterwards. And this is the practical knowledge that Israel needs to learn, right? Because there's situations that we put ourselves in. There's scriptures that tell us not to be over righteous much, right? So when you put yourself in certain situations, like we bring this out every year since it happened. When we were in HOI, there was a sister who celebrated the Day of Atonement. She needed medication. She didn't take the medication and she passed away. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers was telling her, you don't need to eat on, you don't need to consume anything. No water, no drink, no medicine, no food, nothing like that, right? And she passed away. The Most High must have thought that it was over righteous. And now we have a sort of an example. Hate to say it that way, but that's kind of what it is, right? If we would have allowed that sister to at least take a pill and drink some water, right, and not tell her that the Most High was going to kill her for taking something that was going to help her, like a condition that she has on the earth right now, in the time that she needed to take it, she'd probably still be here and she'd be able to serve the Most High. You can't serve him from the grave, right? He's the God of the living, not the God of the dead. This ain't Egypt. So we would like all of you guys to live to serve the Most High, right? After all, you have to endure to the end to be saved, right? So with that, give me Matthew chapter 23 and 4, all right?
Con. It's the book of Matthew chapter 23 and verse 4. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
You see that? So there's a lot of brothers out there that will tell you, you got to throw that stuff away. Even if you can't afford it, the Most High is going to make a way for you, right? Which is true. You know what I'm saying? You should always have faith in that. But the thing is, if you put yourself in that situation, what if the Most High is looking like, well, brothers gave you a different option, but you decided to go this way about it. And he doesn't, restore your stuff in the time that you need it. And you end up being in a worse situation than you were before, right? That could be the Most High punish you for being over righteous much. Now you've destroyed yourself, right? And it's because you listened to brothers that wasn't actually going to help you remove that burden. They told you to put an extreme burden on your shoulders, but then they didn't do anything to remove the weight from you, right? They didn't say, hey, since we're the ones making you throw all your stuff away, we're going to refund you your money so that you'll be able to, get your stuff back, right? So we're not going to be the camp that puts those heavy burdens on you, right? And may the Most High have mercy on us if we're doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? But there's scriptures that do back up what we are saying, you know what I'm saying, to, have mercy on us. There's certain there's a certain seat that the judge has to sit in, and there's right judgment that you got to be able to make, right? Give me Zechariah chapter 7, verse 9, right quick. All right? There's certain judgments that brothers have to make, right? And sisters, if you alone in your house, you're gonna have to be able to make a decision for yourself too, right? If you don't have a head. So because there are situations like that. Brothers can't be hasty to forget those type of situations. But in these cases, like I said, there's certain ways that the judges have to be able to judge the people, right? And one of those ways is with mercy. You feel what I'm saying? And Zechariah spoke about this. Zechariah chapter 7, verse 9.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother.
You see that? Execute true judgment, right? The opposite of what Lo Badini is doing right now in the chat room. And we're going to talk about some of the comments he's made, because these are the same garbage disposal comments that other people is making, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? The camp saying garbage disposal, your comments is garbage disposal, right? And we're going to prove it biblically. But fact of the matter is, Zechariah was explaining to us that we need to, be able to disseminate true judgment if you're going to sit in the seat, right? You can't just be a keyboard alike and talk behind the keyboard and try to boo-boo on brothers that you think are doing the wrong thing, right? Like a lot of brothers did last year with certain camps. A lot of brothers was doing on Friday with certain camps, still bringing up stuff that happened last year. I don't want to have to get on somebody about it on the Friday call, right? So it's things like that the continuous bringing up of stuff, it's causing and sowing discord amongst the brethren in Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's putting us in a situation where we're not able to elevate past the things and the troubles that y'all are seeing online. When the spirit we're supposed to be in, when you see a brother fall, you're supposed to pray he gets back up. You know what I'm saying? When you see a brother do something he wasn't supposed to do, and you see Israel, trying to boo-boo on him, you're supposed to, not look on it like, hey, yeah, I knew them brothers was bad. I knew they wasn't crap. Yeah, all them camps is wicked. You camps is garbage disposal. Nah, bro, because it ain't everybody in the camp that's like that. But the brothers in his camp and the brothers outside of his camp, whether you in a camp or not, what y'all should be doing is praying that the brother gets his stuff right. You know what I'm saying? When you don't do that, you're actually the garbage disposal person, right? Lo Badini and all the other Israelites out there that speak like that, right? So there's got to be a true judgment that has to be disseminated amongst the people. And if you don't do that, then you're putting yourself in a worse situation. What verse were you on there? That was just verse 9 that you read?
Another one.
Read verse 10 too. What'd that say?
Book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 10. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
You see that? So to put it in terms of what I was just talking about, right? If you put those heavy burdens on people that might have less money, not the resources to be able to replace that stuff, and you're not giving them an option to still serve the Most High to the best of their ability while getting that stuff out of their physical habitation, right? Without having to lose that stuff forever. You know what I'm saying? Because there are options like that. We just gave you some. So when you don't give them that option, right, you're not really judging righteously. You're not putting yourself in that situation. You're offending those people. You know what I mean? And when you try to talk down on brothers and stuff like that, instead of showing mercy when they end up in a bad situation, when something comes out about them in Israel, like you've been seeing on Facebook all day and stuff like that, whether it's true or not, these are things that you have to, pray that the brother gets right for. Not just try to boo-boo on them and down the whole camp, down everybody that's with them brothers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not the spirit of Christ. That's not the spirit of anybody that you guys say you're supposed to have the spirit of, right? Whether you Old Testament, New Testament, both Testaments, Apocrypha included, Mexican only, Northern Kingdom only, Negro only, everybody included, whatever it is, right? All of us got different divisions and stuff like that we've put out there that need to stop. We know we're not going to get everything right according to what Christ said, but there are supposed to be no divisions among us in the sense that we speak the same things, right? If you're telling Christians on the street that they got to keep the law, they got to forgive their brothers when they trespass against them and stuff like that, they can't hold no grudges against the children of their people. Why the hell are you doing it on Facebook? What makes you any better than the people you teaching, right? Maybe that's why you ain't woke nobody up. The Most High ain't gave you no fruit because you ain't got yourself right. Why you talking crap about other people? You know what I'm saying? So maybe get the plank out your own eye before you try to, stab somebody else for having one in theirs. You know what I'm saying? Poking the plank in their stuff. Right. So give me Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16, right? Just to sum this up. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 16. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Baba Kasha.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise.
You see?
Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Yeah. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself, man? So don't do some things, or don't be telling people they got to be super extreme, super brew, right? When it could put them in a worse situation than what they're in right now. There's ways around it, right? Ways to serve the Most High without, making themselves poor at the end of the day, making themselves have to starve to death, right? You might be making a brother throw away his only meal for the next 2 weeks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So gotta find a way to allow him to keep the law without feeling burdened, having that conscience or that bad thing on his conscience. You know what I'm saying? So being in the judge seat is hard. Some of y'all should try it instead of judging people, right? If you're not gonna try it, keep your mouth shut and pray for the brothers that you think is doing wrong instead of boo-booing on them on Facebook, right? When they're not gonna be able to see you and say nothing to you anyway. All right. With that being said, let's transition to the next segment, getting the leaven out your spirit, right? Which is kind of what we was just talking about. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Right? Because this is the big thing. And for this part, actually, I wasn't going to do this, but heck, let's do it. Right?
Kind of one.
What's better than an open rebuke for Israel during Passover? Make it get your spirits right. Israel's got to get the leaven out their spirit, right? Something that Israel got to understand, sowing discord amongst brethren is not something that's good for Israel. It ain't something that's good for you. In fact, the Most High hates the people that sow discord amongst brethren, right? It's cool to have your opinions on things, but, I mean, check it out, right? Let's be honest. If you go and watch the Passover prep video from last year, I don't want y'all all is talking about how Israel need to get right. Stop talking about brothers in a bad way. Start praying for people. You know what I'm saying? Start looking at brothers like they look at themselves. If they down and bad, you don't want to, have the whole nation talking bad about you if something goes wrong and you get found in an offense. You want them to lift you up, right? Or at least that's what you would want if you got put in that situation. But anytime a brother gets put in the fence, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to build nobody up. It's always the spirit of tear that nigga down. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So shalom to everybody that just came in, bro. Shalom, all the soldiers, all the captains, SOT, and all the other people scattered abroad. But yeah, so these are the things that our people end up doing, right? They end up putting themselves in situations where you just talking about just talking down brothers. You know what I'm saying? Showing people how much malice you actually have in your spirit towards people, right? What about all them camp haters, all the keyboard lights? Every post they make on Facebook is about hating camps. Why y'all listening to them camps? Why this? Why that? It's no spiritual connotation to nothing they're saying because man's going to serve the Lord. So they listening to the camps because the Most High made them listen to the camps, dummy. Now what? You still think it's cool to talk about the camps? Just then you're talking about what the Most High got people watching, right? So if you think of it like that, and you start to think of, well, we do know those scriptures about, us not all agreeing and stuff like that. So if everybody's not going to agree, but there are things that we're supposed to agree, then it's like, find the things that we're supposed to agree on and just speak about that. In fact, we're going to bring the scriptures out that explain that in a minute, right? What do you mean, is this a card? Nah, see, that's one of the things I'm talking about people shouldn't be bringing up, chosen superstar, right? Why bring that up again? The brothers apologized for it. A lot of the 98% of y'all that think something happened the way y'all think it happened ain't even how it actually happened, right? But Israel's still talking about it. A lot of y'all don't have the full story. You're just regurgitating BS that was put on the internet like you was doing last year, like y'all was doing on Friday, like you're still doing now, right? It's still being brought up. That's the first thing on people's mind when they think about Passover. There's something else with a whole other camp that's going on right now. Right? Something else with a whole other camp and one of their leaders. Right? And last week with the Will Smith thing that happened, there was another camp that had something going on with one of their leaders and something he said about that, right? And then it's a lot. You feel me? It's individualites that's doing crazy stuff. Wild stuff. So what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is every year we end up making a video for Passover where we're telling y'all not to act like this, but the next year we got to make the same video telling y'all not to act like this. Yeah, Malachi, do what you got to do. He's getting on my nerves a little bit. I don't even know what he's doing all that for. It's weird. but yeah, so brothers is like in a situation where now it's time to get right. It's time to stop telling y'all what to do. Because, I mean, we got videos year after year after year after year after year telling y'all the spirit that y'all supposed to be in around this time, and nobody's ever in that spirit. In fact, you keep the same false spirit the whole damn year. You know what I'm saying? And then come back around still talking about stuff that was brought up a long time ago, right? Hold on, let me see if I can find a preset. You got something to say right quick, Derek? You got anything to add, brother?
All
right, hold on. I can't find it. But basically, if anybody can find that scripture for me in the chat, look that up for me. Is talking about when a brother apologizes for something or when something's been forgiven, it's not supposed to be mentioned again, right? These are scriptures that Israel don't really look into, and it's bad that I can't remember it right now. But if a brother could find that, Google it for me, whatever it is, look it up, right? So I can keep teaching the class and I don't got to just leave y'all on hold and stuff. But that precept is explaining to you what I just said. When something is brought up and it's apologized for, you're not supposed to bring it up again. And that'll actually show the spirit, the true spirit that your brothers in, you sisters in. If y'all really in the spirit of Christ or not, right? The forgiveness and the grace that we're supposed to have, we're supposed to actually show that and disseminate towards our brothers and sisters. Y'all don't do that, though. You know what I mean? 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Read that.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
You see? So we're supposed to purge out the old leaven. If you was a malice nigga back in the world, you're supposed to stop being that type of dude, right? And it's a lot of y'all out there in Israel right now. A lot of brothers with malice, a lot of sisters with malice. Folks that don't know what's going on, right? So it's like, if you these type of people, you literally got to get yourself right because you got the old leaven still, right? If you got old habits that you're not supposed to have, you got to get rid of those things because you still the old person. You ain't never shut off the old man. You still the old you. You the you was before you came into the truth. You ain't really got right yet. And it's showing you in your actions. That's what Israel got to realize, right? Y'all are online making it seem like y'all the dopest brews, the most righteous brothers and sisters, talking down on every brew under the sun when you see something come out about them, right? It's happened to us too. Things have come out in Brothers Under the Sons of Thunder, and y'all didn't even know it was true or not, didn't know how it happened, but everybody and their mama was talking about it, right? The stuff came out with Sakari last year. 98% of y'all still don't know what happened, but everybody's still talking about it, right? The year before that, the thing that happened with the IUIC camp, and I think it was ISUPK when they was fighting or whatever, right? Y'all didn't know what happened, but everybody was talking about it. It's the same thing every year. The year before that, it was two camps that stood on the same corner, and they was basically battling for the corner on Passover or around that time period, right? Half y'all didn't know what was going on, but everybody's talking about it. That's the problem with Israel. Y'all is a bunch of gossip girls, even the dudes. And that's not the spirit we're supposed to have. It's not. Right? Is there anything else on that? Read the verse 8.
Con. Verse 7. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
You see that? We're supposed to not keep the Passover with malice intent, right? You ain't supposed to have no hate in your heart for a brother or sister when you show up. You're supposed to let that junk go before you get to the door. Let it go the day before. How about that? So that you could go into the Passover with a clean slate already. You already got your conscience right. Drop everything the day before Passover. Do it. Let everything go tonight. You know what I'm saying? At the latest tomorrow. By tomorrow sundown, you should be a whole other person. Getting your mind right. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, then that's the problem. You ain't never gonna change because you didn't do it last year, you didn't do it the year before that, and you're probably not gonna do it next year either. What's up, Bob?
I was gonna say, like y'all always says, make ourselves 1% better than the day before.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Make yourself better, 1% better today than you were the day before, right? But this is Passover, so that 1% you actually got to mean it this time. Actually, try to be that 1% better, right? Give me Luke chapter 18, verse 9. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna show y'all something because this is the type of stuff that sows discord in Israel. I don't got a problem with nobody saying none of this stuff I'm about to show y'all. Only problem I have is when the discord gets some, right? And now it's brothers and sisters that are moving away from a certain thing, right? The way Israel's supposed to be, look. I'm gonna tell y'all the way Israel's supposed to be right quick, right? The way it's supposed to be in Israel, just like you see with camps, it's camps that are out here that don't teach the same thing, but they can stand on the corner and teach the same thing, if that makes sense to y'all, right? It could be the Sabbath. We're not all celebrating the same Sabbath, but the brothers out there on the same corner teaching the same people at the same time with the same books in their hand, right? On the same line with the same microphone, and they teaching. They teaching right and they teaching together. That happens. So why is it that the camps can do it, right? But it's brothers not in camps that be on the Facebook all day long talking about camps. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that's just not coming into the truth, they're the little ones, right? You might have been in the camp a long time ago, didn't go with the one that fit your spirit. You had like 50 of them that you knew about. You went to the wrong one. And instead of going to another one, you just said, all these niggas is bad, right? And now you one of them people that go out there and you say that on every single Facebook post, every single Twitter post. You're making TikToks about how bad camps is. You got Facebook lives, right? On brothers kissing boots and stuff like that. You're doing it right now. Matter of fact, right? Like, this is the stuff that sows discord in Israel. You're not putting nobody on the same page. You ain't even allowing people to make a decision for themselves. You're just sowing discord, just putting stuff out there that's going to make another brother look at it and have to make a decision on whether he wants to be on your side or not. When he picks a side, he automatically chose discord will be sown. Instead of it, well, that's your brother's opinion. We'll see when Christ comes. At least that brother's talking about the Passover, though, right? Oh, he don't think that the northern kingdom is the Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, that's cool. He'll see when Christ comes. You know what I'm saying? At least he keeping the law, though. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Better than most brothers, right? Oh, he think I'm a mamzer because I got a white mom. Well, it's all right. He'll see when Christ comes. At least I'm keeping the law. He keeping the law, right? We'll see if I get into the congregation. And when I get there, that brother gonna have to dap me up, right? While he gnashing his teeth. If brothers thought like that, we wouldn't have no problems in Israel. But it's always confrontational. It's always some of oh, these niggas teaching that the Negroes is not the only Israelites. So, you know, all them camps is wicked. Oh, that 12 tribes chart. Oh, ugh. Oh, them niggas covering their head. Oh my God. Right? All of that is just stuff put out there to sow discord. None of it mean a damn thing. So, Luke chapter 18, verse 9. Read that.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 9. And he spake this parable unto a certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
Yeah, read that again.
And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
This is a parable from the one and only Hamashiach Yahushua, who the bro ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? He's about to give you a parable to who? Read it again. I want y'all to hear it 3 times. Because what's crazy is I ain't giving y'all no new precept so far. Maybe 1 or 2. But ain't that many new precepts than the ones that Adawan gave y'all last year with Judah, Ariah, and Hatamat? Y'all know that? I'm giving y'all the same precepts, and the same precepts is still relevant in the same way as they was last year, which means Israel ain't changed a damn thing. Do you realize that? Do y'all realize that? That's a problem. World War III starting right now, and we talking about the same precepts we was talking about last year. Read it again.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others.
Right? All you guys that think you're righteous and despise others, this is for you. After we read it, once you feel cut, know that this was for you, right? All this over righteousness need to stop. No, Ak, it's never been done. You can't debunk something spiritual. It wasn't made to be correct. It was made to wake up the people on the chart on this side of the earth, because we know for a fact that they are the people. Whether that's your specific tribe actually or not doesn't matter. What matters is that you are an Israelite and that you got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You'll find out what tribe you are when the kingdom comes, if you make it, Most High will. That's the truth. But see, brothers don't think like that. They want to be right. And you wanting to be right is what's sowing discord. Nobody knows the whole truth. Get what you're going to get and hold fast to that till Christ comes. That's it. If you see brothers doing it, dap them up. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatah. Most High and Christ bless. Yahweh, Yahweh. Whatever they say. I don't care. As long as it ain't Allahu Akbar, right? But it's like, what you got to understand is, okay, at least you keeping the law. You got your fringes on? Great. You wearing your zeets? Great. I ain't going to walk up to you, oh, brother, those are the wrong fringes. No, you're trying to keep the law. You're trying to rehearse the righteous acts. We got proof of brothers wearing these ones, and we got proof of brothers wearing these ones. Right? You can't say, oh, the Assyrians had them same fringes on. Okay. And the Jewish man got on the zeets right now, nigga. So what? So what? You wasn't back then in Assyria. How you know they didn't start wearing it till we got there? How you know that they didn't know that we was the children of God? And since they put us in captivity, they said, we're going to be the children of God now. And they put on our garment, you duck monkey. Sorry. See, that would be me causing discord amongst the brethren. I got to stop myself. Because it's things like that that put you in a situation where, okay, I want to be right. Only thing right is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's it. And if you're sowing discord, you're not right. That's it. Right? Keep reading.
Con, verse 10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men or extortioners.
God, I thank thee that I'm not a mamzer. God, I thank thee that I'm not in them camps with them light-skinned people. God, I thank thee that I'm not one of these dumb niggas thinking that you could keep the Passover in your captivity. God, I thank thee. I could go all day, right? That's you niggas. Who thank God I ain't one of them niggas. Who thank God I ain't got that strong delusion. Who thank God, thank God, thank God. By the blood of Jesus, you sound just like one of them, right? Y'all acting like the Pharisees. It ain't never thank God that brother woke up, even though I don't see how you see it. Thank God we one step closer to the 1/3. Y'all are thanking God like Umar Johnson thank God for money. Thank God for the school. Right? Y'all full of Edomite crap. Keep reading.
Con. Start from the top. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are.
Hold on. Pause. Karam, you missing the whole point. Last year, it was a brother that missed the whole point. I don't want to put, bro. Why is it always? Karam, that's not the point. We're trying to teach them not to be that way. And the people that aren't in camps, yeah, y'all, we trying to teach y'all not to be that way either. Right? You got to think something's right that you're doing to think that, they over righteous. There's a diversity of, hold what you, I'll read it. I don't want to make you do too much. Hold what you got. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 5. All camps are going to be different. Everybody's not going to be practical like us. Everybody's not going to have the reach that IUIC has. Everybody not going to be able to debate like Sakari. Everybody not going to be able to captivate a young audience like the Watchmen. It's different reasons every camp is out here. Different spirits every camp is meant to attract in Israel. If your spirit don't meet some of these camps, it don't mean that you get to, some of these camps is over righteous. Some of these camps ain't junk. Some of these camps is boo-boo. No. All of these camps is under the Most High and Yahushua. How about that? And they said this, 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 5. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord, right? So the camp's going to be different. They're not all going to be the same. They're not all going to have the same spirit. It's not all going to be the same brothers in the camps. It's not going to be the same people that watch the camps. It might be a little similarity here and there, but they're not all going to be the same. It's too much Israel, too many different spirits, too many different experiences that we didn't have to where you going to attract yourself to different things. The Most High knows this. That's why we're not going to agree until Christ comes. He got to put everything in everybody's, in one perspective for everybody. Until then, we are going to have our different perspectives. And the Most High made a way for all of those perspectives to be put in some type of camp, congregation, gathering, whatever you want to call it. Because guess what? All you camp hating-alites that still congregate with the people, guess what the Bible says you are? As soon as you get with them people, a camp. I brought this out. We have a video on Milk Monday. You could go on the playlist. It's called Camps Are Biblical. Go watch it. As soon as you get with your group, you're a camp. So you're talking crap about the camps online. There's laws that say you have to congregate. And as soon as you congregate, you're a camp. So why talk about them? Nobody said anything about a camp being above reproof. Did anybody say that? Did anybody say a camp has can't? Did I even talk about reproving a camp? Or am I talking about brothers being in the right spirit? You see, niggas don't get it. They don't. They don't get it. That's the problem. That's why next year we're going to be talking about the same crap again. You feel what I'm saying? What does what you said have to do with what I said? How about that? Obviously, what you said is true. Okay. Did I say that camps should not be reproved? Or did I actually say we're teaching this to teach the camps and the people like you, Quran? Right? You know you wouldn't be an Israelite if it wasn't for camps. You wouldn't know you was one. Because they woke everybody up. Once you gather together, you're a camp. If you heard from the brother on the bus, guess who he heard from? Somebody in a camp. So guess how you woke up? Still from somebody in a camp. You can't speak for most camps if you're not in most camps. This is the problem. You see? He's making my point made from. I'm going to leave his comments up. This one right here, right? Because he done said it 5 times. Here. Let's finish Luke chapter 9. Chapter 18.
Con.
Are you at verse 9, verse 10? What verse you at?
Verse 11. Verse 11. All right, this verse 11. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. God, I thank
He said
thee.
the Lord himself woke him up. Okay, so how'd you find out you were an Israelite? You just got all the information on your own? You ain't ever hear another brother talking about it? You found out YouTube somehow. You're subscribed. Most High just whispered in your ear, told you a little something that you might want to hear. You're an Israelite. No, nigga. Read, The Rock.
God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are. Extortioners.
God, I thank thee I'm not in these camps. They're all crazy. Those camps are over righteous. God, I thank thee that I'm not above reproof. Oh my God. God, I thank thee for waking me up. And whispering a little something in my ear. I'm an Israelite. Read.
Extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. Verse 12. I fast twice in the week. I give time.
Wait, hold on, Ak. Nothing cut me, Ak. I literally said something because you're going, what you said was literally against the whole lesson that I've been teaching for 54 minutes and 15 seconds now. Everything I said is the opposite of the spirit you're bringing into the chat right now. The only reason I haven't let niggas kick you out yet is because you are what the Most High has sent without you even knowing it to prove the spirit that the individual like niggas in Israel is in. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? I was going to show Facebook images, but my spirit been telling me you talking about not so on Discord, but you're going to put brothers on blast, so don't do that. And then the Most High sent me a nigga, right? It's amazing how he does these things. It's amazing. Read.
Verse 12. I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess.
Yeah, I fast twice in a week. I didn't learn from no camp. The Most High woke me up himself. He whispered in my ear. I'm an Israelite. I keep saying that because when I said it, the brother said, absolutely. Right? These brothers like this don't teach nobody. They don't wake nobody up. They probably don't even wear fringes. They don't keep none of the laws. They don't keep none of the feast days. But they talk against camps that do everything I just said. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That is the problem. Now, let me answer what the brother said so that he don't, get his panties in a bunch. Karim Yasharallah, we never said that camps are above reproof. We actually said that they need to be reproved, which is why we're doing the lesson. We also said regular brothers need to be reproved. because they act like you and say the shit, the stuff that you're saying right now. So it fits both in the narrative, the camps and the Israelite Kareem Yasharalas, right? All of y'all is in the same bucket right now. You all need to be reproved. I'm not offended because I didn't do nothing to say nothing or anything. I'm just teaching a lesson. I only called you out because you brought out the exact opposite spirit of what the lesson is trying to tell you you're supposed to be in, right? And I'm going to prove it with the Bible in just a minute. I'm going to not cut you with words. I'm going to let the Most High cut you, the one who woke you up himself, right? He woke you up but ain't teach you a damn thing. That's how I know he ain't do that. Anyway, keep reading Luke. Read to verse 14. Read smooth. Let's just get that parable over with.
Verse 13. And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, God be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other.
You see that? The brother who was humble, the brother that didn't just go in the comments, like the sister with the Hebrew name, right? She said earlier, I think she said something about, oh, that cut me. And then she said, oh, we're terrible, right? Instead of getting in a frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the camps are over righteous. As soon as I start talking about an individual, like, the sister's not in the camp. She didn't get offended. She said, oh, we're horrible, because she put herself in the right spirit. It became a we thing, not a me thing. That's the point of the lesson. We are in captivity. We are in a situation because we keep messing up and we keep sowing discord among brethren, right? You sowing the discord, Kareem, is like me sowing discord. That's why I got mad, because I'm literally telling niggas not to do it. And then you came on the chat and did it. It ain't because I was offended. Only thing I'd be offended by is you deliberately doing something I told everybody in the chat not to do while teaching the Bible, saying not to do it. That's the only reason I got what you called mad. I'm not mad, though. Trust me. People know what I am when I get mad, how it is. Huh? This is not LEL mad at all. Not even a little bit. So, as you saw, that parable, right? Clearly, there was a man that was a Pharisee who was in that everybody's over righteous, but actually he was over righteous, right? Thank God I'm not this. Thank God I'm not that. Thank God this is not happening. And thank God this, right? Thank God I'm perfect. Thank God he woke me up himself. Right? That's the spirit we don't need to be in. Brother, you ain't cut me at all. Everybody in here knows you ain't cut me because I wasn't talking about myself in the lesson. I ain't saying not a damn thing about me. Yeah, tell him, Sister Joanne. The brother's wilding. All right. I'm going to stop talking to you now, Karam. I'm going to finish the lesson. You're going to get cut in about 5 minutes, okay? Give me Proverbs chapter 6 and 16. These are things that the Most High hates, right? Which is the point of the lesson. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he was in the room the whole time, but right before he said something about what he said, right? The thing I just had the brother Derek read from the Holy Bible was 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and 7 to 8, which literally says to purge out the old leaven, right? So that you become a new lump. And I literally said right before your comment that the old leaven would be us talking down on people instead of praying that they get their stuff right. And then you said the camps are over righteous instead of saying, I prayed the camps get their stuff right. Do you understand? So, yeah. But read that out.
Just the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
That's right. What are they?
A proud look.
Quran.
A lying tongue.
Oh, okay.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
Oh, Karam said most of these camps are over righteous, but he's never been around most of these camps. That was a lying tongue. So that was also Karam. What was the last thing you just said?
and hands that shed innocent blood,
All right, I ain't gonna put that on him. I don't know. Go ahead.
and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
See, and this isn't me sowing discord. This is me literally. This is called the open rebuke on Karam Yasharallah because he thinks he's right in what he's saying, even though the Bible is speaking against him. Go ahead. And the Most High woke him up himself.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Right? Feet that be swift in typing to mischief, right? And running to mischief, right? All of it is the same when you've never been on the streets and you're a keyboard-alike. You can't run to mischief, so you type to it, right? Go ahead.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
Yeah. Oh, all these camps are over righteous, but I've never even been to camp. So read that last one again.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
When I visit camps, they are over righteous. He ain't in one when he visits them. He knows how a camp is by being there for 5 seconds and probably getting rebuked the whole time and not listening to a damn thing they're saying, right? This is Israel. There's no new thing under the sun, guys. Which is why there's going to be a Karam Yasharallah next year in the chat. Just like last year, there was a nigga talking about a camp being over righteous. It's the same thing. The year before that, it was a nigga in the chat. While we're bringing out these same precepts. Every year, the Most High is showing you the spirit not to be in. And he always brings, not a brother, but a nigga. Go ahead.
Khan. A false witness that speaketh lies. And he that soweth discord among the brethren.
And feet that type and do what among the brethren?
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
That's all we were talking about. Not to sow discord among the brethren, right? When brothers is making posts about One West, right, and Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that, instead of acknowledging, oh, okay, One West woke me up, you know, and even though I don't agree that them Negro owned or that One West got Puerto Ricans or whatever, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know, all praise them brothers woke up. It ain't none of that. It's only one truth. It's Negro only, you know. All you niggas that think you're not Negro, you're going to hell. Whatever it is, right? Then another brother come out there because he know he's a Native or Puerto Rican or Hispanic, right? Now he's mad because it's like, damn, you won't accept me? I actually be on the streets waking up the people. You don't even be on the streets. You don't even got a garment. You don't even got fringes, nigga. But you gonna tell me I'm not an Israelite? And the Most High made my spirit put this stuff on and go out there and teach on the street? That's sowing discord amongst the brethren. Right? When the whole New Testament is telling you to accept these brothers. You can't call any man unclean. You can't. Acts went into that. Acts 10. Read it. Quran. Right? And Negro only brothers. So it's like, if you can't do that, who are you to be on the internet going the whole day? Oh, this brother's not an Israelite. He's light skinned. These guys are the products of white people. Don't even know the history. Don't even know it was whole boatloads of just Edomite women. Don't even know that with Cortez and the conquistadors, they had women on the ships. 5 of them became conquistadors while Cortez was a conquistador. You don't think female conquistadors was raping niggas? The slave women was doing it. I thought it was no new thing under the sun. So would that mean that all of the light-skinned people is products of white men? Couldn't they be Israelite men that was forced to sleep with the conquistador woman? But just the possibility of that is absurd to y'all, right? You don't want to think nothing's possible that could be possible if it don't fit your doctrine, right? So you'll just jump to sowing discord amongst the brethren, right? So put you in a situation where it's like, yo, and then look, now the brothers, oh, you can't make this up. It goes from sowing discord to now you niggas don't know nothing. I know more than y'all. I'm not in a camp. I ain't never studied nothing. I ain't never pick up no books. I just changed my name to Karam. Didn't even spell Yasharallah right. but I know more than y'all. Nigga, shut up. Okay. Whew. Man, Most High making it difficult tonight, man. He got me with a Discord sword in the chat. Romans chapter 16, verse 7, right? Yeah, Crumb, right? Mm-hmm. Quran. It sounds like Quran. Are you a Muslim? Quran. Can't do that, brother. Romans 16, 17, 18.
Khan. You want me to read it out of mine?
Yeah.
Okay, Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 16 and verse 16.
He's not at all.
Salute one another with an holy kiss.
No. Salute them with a message that sows discord to the brethren.
Salute one another with an holy kiss.
Because the nigga didn't say shalom, everybody. He jumped in the comment and said, camps are over righteous. And he's in the chat of a camp that's teaching people not to be over righteous. Ain't that just hypocrisy at best? Go ahead, read it again.
Salute one another with an holy kiss.
Okay. Wait, hold on. For those of you that didn't know what that is, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. Camps do that. Who you learn that from? Camps. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Keep reading.
The churches of Christ salute you.
No, because a holy kiss is a salutation. It's a salute. Yeah. It ain't a nah. Brothers ain't doing that. Right? But you learn that from who? The camps. Because you Tovaya brothers, right? You Tovia brothers. You Yoshua brothers, right? Y'all putting the yarmulkes on your head and kissing each other, right? That's stuff that we're not supposed to do. But from now on, I'm telling you, instead of going full blast on them brothers when you see that, at least that brother know he is Israelite. Because it'll prevent you from sowing discord. Because when you go in full-fledged, it's going to be a fight. Because brothers want to be right. Right? Turns into a battle of, I know more than you. No, I know more than you. Right? That's not what we need right now. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how everybody is in the chat talking to the brother and he's not listening to the damn thing nobody's saying. Is that it on Romans? Did you?
17 out of mine.
Come.
Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
Mark them that cause divisions contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, right? The Bible teaches a doctrine where, you can be in a camp. The Bible teaches a doctrine where if you're not in a camp and you get together, which you should be because you're commanded to fellowship and, congregate, have holy convocations, you're a camp. So everybody's a camp. Just put it out there. We're all a camp. Whether we're separate, whether we're together, this is a camp. We're a group of camps, right? Whether you like it, understand it, believe it, or not. Now it needs to become, how are we going to treat each other as a camp, right? There's different mosques of the fruits of Islam and Nation of Islam and stuff. There's different mosques and temples for the Moorish science niggas, right? Nuwapians got different things that they got. Why is it that when they see each other and everything and they get together, they had a little thing going on, even though they're not associated with each other in those specific buildings and stuff, or the other people in those buildings, they still could have good conversations, right? They could all get together on Savior's Day and worship Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad and Farhad Muhammad, right? They could all talk good things about him, all be in one accord. But the Israelites can't do it. Right? It's brothers in the Nation of Islam that got different ideologies and stuff like that. You got Orthodox Muslims like Imam Bashir. When they get in the room with the Nation of Islam brothers, it's all good. It's all gravy. If a Yahshuaite get with a Yahawashiite, it's World War III. If a brother that wear the tzitzits that think that these fringes is Assyrian, he see me walking down the street with these fringes on, he's trying to fight me. Brother, y'all teaching people to wear the wrong fringes. I got proof of the stuff. I'm wearing it for a reason, right? Why you can't just understand the Most High got me wearing this? Man's goings of the Lord. How can you understand your own way? You might not understand why I got these fringes on, but I understand why I got them on. You might not understand why I follow the 12 tribes chart, but I know why I follow the 12 tribes chart. Maybe it ain't for you to understand. Understand what the Most High gave for you to understand. And leave me the hell alone, right? Focus on your own salvation. But I'm glad that brother woke up. All praises, right? Why we can't do that? Why we can't do that, right? It says, 1 Corinthians 12:5, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. We're not all going to be the same. We're not all going to think the same, but we all going to be of the same, which is the Most High, well, Yahawashai. Right? If you don't get that, then you're not in the truth. Hate to break it to you. You just think you are. All Israel ain't Israel. That includes y'all too. Yep. That's how I'm calling it from now on. Right? Just because you put fringes on or change your damn name on Facebook or on your damn CashApp card or your Instagram don't mean you a brew. Because y'all ain't doing what the brews do. That's what make you a brew. Got to do what the brews do. Right? So, Proverbs 30 and 12. Because it just told us to mark those that cause divisions among us, right? So that's what we got to do. We got to mark the people that cause divisions among us and leave them alone. The people that's trying to not cause divisions, the people that's trying to bring people together, those are the ones you need to be listening to and follow their example. There's camps out there that teach you can't get with other camps. And there's going to be people that feel like that's the way it should be. If you're one of those people, stay with them. But there's also camps that teach all the camps could work together. They have unity camps. They see each other a couple times a year. They have their own camps and stuff like that with each other. You know what I'm saying? They teach videos together. They go out and party together. They celebrate together, right? If you one of them brothers, stay with them. And if you're an individualite, get you a camp. But if you don't want to, stay an individualite. It's fine, right? Can't say you're going to be fine when Jacob trouble hit, though, because you by yourself. But, man's goings of the Lord. At least you woke up, right? All praises. Whatever happens to you ain't my problem. I'm going to focus on my salvation. Hope you get yours. But it ain't always got to be these niggas ain't right. All these niggas is wicked. Oh, all y'all is over righteous. Most of y'all is over righteous. It ain't got to be none of that. Just do you. Let them do them. Everybody going to be different. It's a diversity of operations. Different administrations. But the same Lord that worketh all in all. Brothers got to remember that. All right? Proverbs 30 and 12.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 12. There's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
And that's what we got to stop. We got to stop peering righteous in our own eyes, but not actually being washed from our filthiness. Otherwise, we're going to continue to be in these situations. It's going to look like World War III every couple of years until we actually get right. It's going to just be rumors of war, rumors of war, rumors of war, rumors of war. Most likely going to make it calm down every time because y'all niggas ain't right. He ain't going to let us get out of here till y'all get right. Y'all know that? Huh? I feel like if we was right, he would have made Joe Biden senile behind, just asked Putin for a nuke. And Putin would have gave it to him. If y'all was right. And Passover would have came in 2 days. And we'd probably be in the wilderness somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Just meditate. But you know what? That's the most I could do. Because y'all ain't got right yet. Can't do nothing but meditate. When y'all gonna get right? That's the question. When is it gonna be all the discord? When does that stop? You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how quickly things start to move for us once we start acting like one team. How do y'all know that's not what the gathered together meant? We all know we're gonna be different. Can't we gather mentally though? Can't we all be on one accord, one mind, follow the law, statutes, and commandments in sincerity and truth? Whatever you think those are, which it should be just one thing because we got a Bible that tells us what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what it should be. Until then, though, we're going to be here. All right? Give me James 4 and 11. And I'll read Matthew 5 and 9, and we'll move on to the next point. Hey, Judah, are you coming in? Because I saw you pop up and now you disappeared. Are you getting on here? Let me know. Yeah, you see that? It's crazy, right?
All right. 4 and 11.
I don't want to put that on the brother. I don't want to say he was trying to gain a following. You know, the way it be is you know, Israel just got an opinion on things and they want to be right. He heard somebody else say that the camps is trash. He agreed with whatever they said for whatever instance it was that he saw. And now he's judged all camps based on whatever that was. But brothers got to realize that's an unrighteous judgment. You can't say most camps is over righteous and you ain't even met most camps. You don't know a damn thing about most camps. You ain't never even seen most camps. You ain't subscribed to most camps. There's camps out there we don't even know about. How you going to let the words come out your mouth? Most of these camps out here is over righteous. Who you seen be over righteous? Whatever righteousness brothers is teaching in their camp, that's the righteousness they think brothers got to have to be safe. There's a difference of administration, different operations. The way they operate might just be on a higher level of righteousness than you operate. That might not be a good thing if you think about it. But niggas don't think like that. What we was talking about being over righteous was telling brothers to throw their food away and they ain't got the money to buy the food. And you the brother that told them to throw the food away, but you ain't going to help them replace the food that you told them to throw away. We saying there's ways to get it out of your habitation where after next week, you're going to be able to put it back in your habitation and eat it. Right? That's all we saying. That's the over righteousness we was talking about and putting heavy burdens upon the people. Y'all talking about something completely different, trying to put us in the same category. That ain't what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's why that went the way that went. But James 4 and 11.
Book of James, chapter 4 and verse 11. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother, speaketh evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
When you speak evil of your brothers, like that brother was doing in the chat, right? He just came out, most of you brothers is over righteous. Don't even know a damn thing about camps. Even said, when I go visit camps, he wasn't even smart enough to make it seem like he was in a camp or that he's had experience with camps. Most High just had his spirit type on the keyboard. Hey, yeah, when I go visit camps, y'all over righteous. Couldn't even give an example, right? He just wanted to talk evil about camps. Just a camp hater, camp basher, right? Camp banger. We not with that. We're trying to gather Israel together, the nation not desired. Not allow niggas that don't desire the nation in the nation, not desired. That don't make no sense. Why do we need niggas that don't desire to be with us around us? Don't make no sense. If you an Israelite, you should desire to be amongst your brethren. No matter what type of brother it is. Black, Hispanic, Native American. As long as he's of Indian and Negro descent. If he's a brother, you should love him. And at this stage, we ain't nobody to tell anybody who a brother is and who a brother isn't. Can't call any man unclean. You ain't got the brother's papers in your back pocket to be able to tell him who he is and what he is. Right? So don't worry about it. That's our brothers need to take that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't speak evil about your brothers. Matthew 5:9. I said I was going to read that. Let me get that. You could get Philippians chapter 2:2. Right? This was the point I was going to bring out. And it would have came out a lot sooner had we not had to deal with Quran. Matthew chapter 5:9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Right? So the Most High is looking at the peacemakers in his day. He ain't looking at the brothers that's trying to sow discord, look more righteous than the next brothers while calling them over righteous. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for the peacemakers. Who's going to try to bring Israel together, not keep them separated, right? That's what we're trying to do. That's what other brothers in other camps is trying to do, right? That's what y'all got to understand. That's what y'all need to get behind. Not all the brothers trying to sow discord. Why are you hating the 12 tribes chart when it woke up this many Israelites? You ain't got to believe it, but you ain't got to hate it. It woke up this many Israelites. You a Negro only, but damn near 90% of the Negroes in the truth only woke up because of the 12 tribes chart. How about that? So why hate it? Don't make no sense. But brothers don't think like that because they want to be right. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Matthew 5 and verse 9. All right, give me Philippians chapter 2:2. This is what we need. We need to be united in this day, man. Okay? Enough of the stuff y'all don't need. This is what you do need, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 2. Fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
No, being separated, being so discord sowers, being haters in your own heart, malicious to your brethren, camp bashers, bangers, man haters. That's what it say, right, Doc?
Being of one accord, of one mind.
And we can't be of one accord and one mind if we're teaching you to do what I just said, and y'all are, no, the camps is over righteous. All you niggas with Hispanics and Native Americans in your camp is wicked. If you got a white mama, you a mamzer, and you can't get into the kingdom. Doctrines. You know what I'm saying? You're not even right, and you sowing discord. It's crazy. Man, goodness gracious. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10.
What was that, Adawan?
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. These are the scriptures that I wanted that brother to be in here for. He didn't allow him to come out. This is what he needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's what Satan do to you. He make you get a stupid idea, make you get a stupid doctrine, a stupid feeling about your people, and then he make you act on it, and you look stupid. Because the scriptures going against every way that brother was talking in the chat. We're about to bring them out. So how could we be wrong for saying what we're saying, but the scriptures in the Bible literally backing up what I'm saying? First Corinthians 1 and 10.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
That's right. We got to be perfectly joined together in the same mind and the same judgment. That judgment got to be with camps too, with individuals too. You can't say all camps is over righteous when you ain't never been around all camps. That's unrighteous judgment. Because then it could be a young brother, young sister in this truth that don't really know much about it, that might think you know a little bit about the truth because they know you've been in it longer and they trust your word. They ain't read the scriptures about proving a friend yet. They don't really know what that means. So they just know this brother, I know you've been in the truth for a minute, but let me hear what he's talking about. And then they see all you talking about is bashing camps. Even though you only been in one and you was only there for 3.5 months. You had one bad experience. Instead of getting some backbone, you quit and you left. And now you're just trying to boo-boo on every camp out there because you had one bad experience. Ain't even read 1 Corinthians 12, 5 through 6 that we just brought out. It's different camps you could go join, right? It's probably a camp out there that fits your spirit, but you ain't found it yet because you ain't looking for it no more. You gave up, right? So it's like, these are the things brothers got to think about, but they don't. If we thought about those things, we'd be speaking the same stuff. The only divisions among us, the only ways that we don't agree is by the things that are different amongst our administrations and the way we operate within our administrations, aka our camps. Every camp gonna operate differently. Some go by the dark moon, some go by the sliver moon, some go by the full moon. Some calendars are different. But we are the same under Christ. Our power is Yahweh. That's what it is. So we could speak the same things if y'all want to speak the same things. Just like y'all want to be right and y'all want to sow discord. Just depends on what you want to do, right? It's all up to y'all, man. Where we at? 1 Corinthians 1 and 10, you just read that, right? Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and 11. Let me just run these down for y'all one time.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter
13 and 11.
Verse 11. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind. Live in peace.
Live in what?
Live in peace.
Live in schism.
Live in peace.
Live in discord.
Live in peace.
Live with hatred towards your brothers.
Live in peace.
Oh, okay. So y'all ain't doing something right. Y'all ain't got peace with nobody. Y'all want all the smoke. Y'all want problems always. That's a problem. Go ahead.
God, let me see where I left off.
Oh, that might be it. That's verse 11. Yeah, come.
Oh, yeah.
Jump to Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1. Right? Y'all see the key here is unity. Speaking the same thing. Right? Brothers woke up. Why you can't be happy your brother woke up? Why you got to go straight for what he don't believe in that you believe in? Or vice versa? Why you can't go straight for what y'all believe in that's the same? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you believe in the Messiah too? Oh, that's dope. Yeah, all right. Oh, you think his name Yahshua? Oh, I think he's Yahweh. Yeah, I call him Yahushua. Hey, but all praises. Hamashiach. Yeah, we could agree on that. All right, bet. Why it's none of that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I believe in the New Testament. Yeah. Oh, you Old Testament only? Okay, all right, cool. You keep the law? Most of them don't. But you keep the law? Yeah. Okay, great. Hey, you wear fringes? You keep the Sabbath? You gonna be doing Passover? Oh, okay, bet. All right, yeah. All praises. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be, oh, you believe in that New Testament, brother. Blah, 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 blah. It was about 3 months ago, right? I go to a brother's house. I'm at work. I'm working for the brother, right? Selling him a water treatment system. Got an appointment at his house that Esau set up for me. Had to drive 1 hour and 20 minutes. The brother recognized me from the YouTube, knew I was in the Sons of Thunder camp, knows that the camps believe in the whole book, and he's an Old Testament only brother. You know the brother ain't let me do my job because he wanted to argue about why I believe in Jesus Christ. That's how serious it is for you niggas. A brother come to do a job and he don't even get to do the job. It's ridiculous. That's what y'all do though. You try to sow discord the whole time. Right? That needs to stop. You should be able to see a brew. He don't believe the exact same thing that you believe in, but you know he a brew. He keeping the law. All praises. You don't believe in the Mashiach Yahushua? Okay. I ain't gonna say that's cool, but hey, gotta focus on your own salvation. Hope you wake up, brother. After I done tried to teach it to him, of course. But if you don't get it, I'm like, oh, nigga, you a bug out. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? He kicked me out the house because I didn't want to argue with him. I just wanted to get my check. I drove 1 hour and 20 minutes. You mad I don't want to argue, bro? I came to work. I ain't come to talk about. I didn't know you was an Israelite. He told me I was meeting a white person. He thought you sounded white on the phone. I get there, it's a brother. He looked like Rich. I kid you not. He looked just like Rich. Brother Rich. Shout out to Brother Rich. Just like Rich. And he's arguing with me the whole time. I was in his house for like 1 hour and 30 minutes. Ain't get to do not a damn thing. I kid you not. Because it's that serious for y'all. You want to sow discord that bad. You want to disagree that bad. It can't just be, oh, you that brother from the U. Oh, man, watch y'all. Oh, all praises. We could have been talking about how he woke up. And I could have made some money. But he want to talk about, oh, you one of them niggas that believe in Jesus. Yeah, I've been one of them niggas. You ain't going to change it. Why you trying to fight me? You think you, a brother I came to do a job for, is going to make me not believe in what I believe in? I don't even know you. But you want to take 1 hour and 30 minutes to try to make me to convince me? Right? Don't make no sense. Stop it. Stop it. And the crazy thing is, it ain't just brothers outside the camps. Brothers in the camps be doing the junk too. Y'all be wilding out. I be wilding out sometimes. I know it. That's why I'm talking to y'all. Just like I don't want this all the time, right? When I teach y'all, I teach myself. I ain't no different. But I can admit it. And I know what to change. A lot of y'all won't, and you don't. That's the problem. That's why we here. Okay? Whew. We read Ephesians, right?
La'ah.
Okay, let's get that. Read the verse 6.
It's the book of
Start at verse 1. Read the verse 6.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Nah, Esau made him I told Esau he tried to fight me, and that brother messed up with that one. Esau said he wasn't going back out there. So Esau lived further than me. If it was an hour and 20 minutes for me, he lived like 2 hours, 20 minutes from Esau. So, yeah, he didn't get that thing. He missed out. He drinking dirty water now. Yes, sir. All right, go ahead. See, he was over righteous much, and he destroyed himself out of a chance of getting clean water. Go ahead, Op.
With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
See that? The unity of the Spirit of the bond of peace. There's not a Facebook alike that even knows what that is. Y'all ain't never been unified with anybody in Israel ever, except the people that hate Israelites. Y'all are unified to hate other Israelites. Ain't that a damn shame? It's ridiculous. So yeah, man, we got to get together. There has to be a unity of the bond of the Spirit of peace that has to resonate amongst the brethren. The problem is it ain't got there yet. Something can't resonate that don't exist. We have to make it exist or we're not going to get out of here. I got a cousin. She's with an Edomite. I hope I never see her again till the kingdom come. And because we ain't got right yet, I got to see her this week. I ain't seen her in like 5 years. She named the kid Judah and Ariella. I got to see it. Because y'all ain't got right yet. It's y'all fault. I'm blaming y'all. But I got to blame myself too because I'm part of y'all. That's how we got to look at it. When a brother go down, we all go down. So pick him back up. Don't sow discord. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. All right. So, oh yeah, last part. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20. I can't forget this. Can't forget this. It's all good, King. It's all our bad, bro. It's my bad too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see this jump? I think we all in that spirit right now, bro. Because like brothers that's really been in this thing for a little minute, we tired of it. Because we realize it's not getting us nowhere. Everybody else in every other religion is unified. It's black Muslims with white Muslims with red hair. The niggas is dyeing their hair red to be unified with the white Muslims. But two brothers from the tribe of Judah can't get together because one think that the Hispanic is his brother and the other one think his brother is Alibaba. Right? They both could be your brother. Why y'all hate each other? All right? Alibaba's from Nigeria. He Igbo. Right? Alibaba, Alawali, Atumbe. I just put three of my friends' names together. See what I'm saying? That's how it worked, though. They could all be Israel and a Hispanic brother, right? But you then started hating the brother that believed that this brother's his brother and the brother that believed that this brother's his brother. Instead of y'all just, oh, we all Israel. So is discord. We got to stop that. But you also got to stop just coming to eat. Got to stop coming to the feast day to just stuff your stomach. The brothers that be in the back, mad, you come to the feast day thinking, yeah, everywhere else it's women first. But in Israel, the men get to go eat. Yeah. We get to eat. The women going to serve us. You coming for the food, right? Go straight to the back. That's a big old piece of lamb. I want that one. Hey, sister, you can send me that piece of lamb right there? Huh? That lamb right there. Yeah, that one. the juicy one, and put my name on it. And then as soon as y'all get your plate, you got this plate, you got this plate, you got a plate on top of that. Brother see you walking, brother, what you doing? You got lamb in your mouth. For my wife. You ain't even married. Ain't come with nobody. Because you can't eat. Brothers got to stop that. 1 Corinthians 11 and 20.
Con, this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
When you come together in one place, you there to eat. It's a feast, brother.
This is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
Oh, okay. It's not to eat. You ain't come to eat. You came to learn. You came to serve the Lord. This is the Passover. You're coming to literally memorialize two things. Our exodus from our first captivity, right? The original of the captivity that we're in right now, right? In the beginning of us getting the law and becoming the people that we are today, right? The land that we were given, all that stuff, right? So, plus what Father Abraham told us, right? Through Isaac. The Most High was going to prepare a lamb for us. The lamb came and gone, and now we memorialize him on Passover. And the fact that he passed over us through Egypt and led us to the land. So that's what this is. It's a memorialization of one of the most important feast days that we're ever going to have. But y'all don't look at it like that. I just want to come stuff your face. It's lamb. It's lamb, brother. You ain't never had lamb before? That's what some brothers is thinking in my head right now. You know what I'm saying? While they're watching this and I'm talking about them. Damn, brother, you ain't never had lamb? You know that lamb be good, brother. I gotta give me some of that lamb, boy. I ain't waiting on no lamb. I gotta get that jump, boy. Jump be good. It be juicy. You know, if you let it sit in the pan too long, it get hard. When it get dry, you can't eat it no more. All you niggas that thought that, don't come. Even if you paid. We'll take it as a donation. But we don't want to see you. Just being honest. If we see you, we're going to rebuke you. We're going to embarrass you in front of everybody. Told you that last year. Ain't nothing changed. Right? So don't come and stuff your face. Okay? And the last part about this, before we get into Brandon T. Dwight Jackson. Look at that. A minute and 44. He right on time. All praises. An hour and 44. I said a minute and 44. I'm wild. But let's get 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 40. Because look, the reason I want this, it's a lot of brothers, 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 40, that don't believe you could take this in your own land, right? Or you can't do any feast days in your own land. That doctrine, believe it or not, is still out there in the public for some reason. It's been cut 1,000,001 times on a literal note, but it's still out there. So, okay, look, if you're a Negro only or, 12 tribes chart based, brother, you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all believe in 2nd Esdras 13. The problem is who you believe it applies to, right? Now, let's remove the who and just take the account into action, right? When you read this account, since everybody believe in it, the discrepancy is just who it's talking about. This specific account is literally telling you that the Northern Kingdom left the vicinity of Israel and the captivity that they were in that was round about it, which was called Assyria, right? It ain't that far from Israel. They left that whole area and went to a land where never mankind dwelt to keep the laws. So if they could do it, it gets written in the book as a, memorial by Esdras, the man who basically gave us a second rendition of the book, as a scribe. He rewrote it for us so we have the record, right? He thought it was important enough to put there. The Most High made his spirit put it here. So that means the fact that this happened is here to show you guys that you could serve the law in another land, because they did it, right? Or at least that's what they came here for. You know what I'm saying? They ain't serve it the whole time, but I would like to think at the beginning that's what they were doing before the heathen got here, right? We was keeping the laws of God. In fact, we know that they were because we have things like the lost lunar stone. We got the ponchos and the fringes from Issachar and Gad, right? So we got the stone in Central America that Zebulon used to worship, right? So it's a lot of different things. The Chief Joseph stone, proving that he was in Assyria. All these different things, you know what I'm saying? Or his people. So yeah. 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 40. Read the verse 42.
Khan, it's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osee the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
See but that? He carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Go ahead.
But they took his counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Which they never did what?
Kept in their own land.
So it's telling you they didn't keep them in their own land, the place that some of these brothers teaching you have to be to keep the laws, and that they literally went to another land in order to keep the laws that they didn't keep in their own land. So how can you teach that you're not supposed to keep it if you're not in your land? Damn. How can you teach you can't keep it without a temple? What temple did they have when they came to a land where never mankind dwelled? I'll wait. That's all I'm gonna wait, because you ain't gonna find the answer. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. Stop the doctrines, man. Judges 5 and 11. We're commanded to, keep laws in captivity. The judges told us these things. Go ahead.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11. That they are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of the drawing water. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
See that? So look, it says, now this is going to be my next point. The first Passover was not in the land. Gotta stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, right? The judges just told you in the places of drawing water, there they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. The places where you had hard labor and captivity, there is where you're going to rehearse, practice the righteous acts of the Lord. So when you get in your own land, you'll know what you're doing. Duh. This is the rehearsal. Like when you did the rehearsal for your football games and stuff, they called it practice, your basketball games, all that stuff. You didn't just rehearse once or twice. You had practice like the whole week for one team. You know what I'm saying? You needed rehearsal to get it right? He's doing the same thing with us. If your damn football team need rehearsal, why wouldn't you need that for a heritage that you lost? Come on now. Make it make sense. Furthermore, this is the real cut. Matthew 26 and 17. I'll read it, brother. You could get 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 14 and hold that for me. For Brandon T. Jackson. What I said. Yeah, okay. Matthew 26. All right. Come on. Matthew 26 and 17. It says, now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Mashiach Yahushua, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? Where you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover? That's the question they asked him. Why would they be preparing for him to eat the Passover if he didn't do it? Wasn't they in captivity to the Romans? Ain't that who stuck the brother up on the cross and stabbed him in the rib? So the Messiah did it in captivity. What make you better than the Messiah? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so you're not, which means you're gonna do it. You're gonna keep the feast day because he did it. So you're gonna follow his example, and that's what you're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, yeah, big con. All right, now, whew. So that is the Passover preparation. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say for that. The Passover lesson is gonna be phenomenal. It is every year. Brother's gonna be adding to it this year. So, make sure that y'all in there, y'all in early. If you're not actually physically able to make it, make sure you're on the live on time so that you can bring in the Passover with us. You know what I'm saying? If you can get your staff, get your nice garments on, even if you at the crib, put it on. You know what I'm saying? Put on. Give me Isaiah 52:1 right quick before we drop this topic. And the Brandon T stuff gonna be real quick. Just got a couple scriptures for the brother.
Con. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
Okay? So you guys could put on your beautiful garments, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you at the crib. If you're coming with us, come put on your beautiful garment and celebrate with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Put them on. Look good. It's Passover. It's a celebration. It's a memorialization, right? We ain't looked the best when we left Exodus, but we could put the good on now, you know what I'm saying? And do it up. Show Esau that we remember our heritage and that they can't get away. You know what I'm saying? And these are the type of garments they're going to have to see every day in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? While we taking our armed guards and bashing their babies' heads against, So, that's what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fun. Meditate on it. All right. So, that's it for the Passover preparation. Now what we're going to do is segue really quickly into Brandon T. Jackson wanting us to be unequally yoked with the Nation of Islam. Okay? I'll show y'all something right quick. Literally real quick. All right. Wow. Everybody see this? Okay, let me cut it on for you. Excuse the music. I'm gonna cut it off so it won't get copyright. But I want to show y'all. They got cameras. They got a little Israelite flag out there for the brothers that's not in One West. That's the Yiddish Israelite flag. The brothers that do the Yiddish stuff. That don't, the ones that don't speak the Lashon but speak the other Hebrew. That's the flag that they typically carry around when they have a flag. And what Brandon T. Jackson is trying to do at this point is put us together with Reza Islam, if you know who that is. That's Farrakhan's number one butt boy. Right-hand man. And he literally hates the Bible. He doesn't quote from it like Farrakhan does, unless he's literally next to Farrakhan. There's videos of him publicly speaking about Israelites and how, he'd like us to come together under the Nation of Islam because, real Muslims is what the Israelites were. And that's a problem for us because we know that Israel is before Islam. So really what it would be is the real Muslims would have been Israelites, if that's the way they wanted to call it, right? If they wanted Muslims to be the people of the Bible. That's how it should have been. But that's clearly not what's happening. And you see it even with Brandon T. Jackson, right? What Brandon has done is he's come into the truth and tried to make himself the representative for all Israel, right? While making Yiddish music and stuff like that. He did. Y'all heard that song, right? Tell me that didn't sound like something from the Scorpion King or something. Or like, something that the Muslims would be doing with some swords in their hands around the fire when they lift their leg up and, hey, that sound like one of them songs, right? It's because he's trying to make himself the representative for us, but kind of give a Jewish narrative to it, right? So he wants to get as close to the Hebrew Israelite way of life as possible and the way we do our things and stuff, but also add a little bit of that Yiddish Jewish style to it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what he's been doing. There's been brothers like us and Sakari and Watchmen that have spoken to the brother on Clubhouse. We've spoken to him on Instagram. We've had face-to-face talks with him. He don't want to get with none of the camps. But the moment Risa wants to get with him, he decides to get with him, right? And the thing he says we should do is kill your doctrine and religion because we are one nation under Yah, period. Now go unfollow if you disagree with truth. That's what he said, right? The problem is, he said for us to kill our doctrine, we're all one nation under Yah. The Muslims don't call the Most High Yah. They call him Allah, right? It ain't spelled the way we say it. So I don't even like to say it's just saying God. Our God did not sanction the Quran or Muhammad or any of them niggas for that matter, right? So I don't want nothing to do with that. Furthermore, nobody in this religion, the Nation of Islam, Fruits of Islam, Islam period, especially the Nation Fruits though, they don't even keep the principles of the Bible, right? They don't wear a beard, which is the manly badge of honor, by the way, which is why real Muslims even wear one, right? Because they know that. But these niggas don't, because they got their rendition of how they're supposed to be from the white man. The Nation of Islam, when it first started with Farhad Muhammad, right, the possible Edomite himself, he was trying to assimilate to the white people, which is why he made them wear bow ties and suits and shave their face, right? It was to make them look professional so they could be accepted by Esau, which they have been, right? So, another thing, we saw that just a couple weeks ago, we did a video on the Nation of Islam in their Savior's Day, right? They didn't mention Hamashiach Yahushua as the Savior. It wasn't a day of celebration for the Savior, Hamashiach Yahushua. It was a day of celebration for Farhad Muhammad. Yeah. And then, just to put this out there, it's a lot of brothers, since they found out that Farrakhan's people are from Jamaica, because he said it one time, niggas think he's Benjamin. But you've also heard a lot of different camps out there say that Farrakhan is an Edomite. A lot of brothers never knew why. So I did some digging. I found an article from April 26, 1996, right? Passover season, huh? Shout out to the Most High. And Farrakhan says this in Washington, D.C., by the way. Farrakhan suspects that his father may have been Jewish. At least that's where he tells Henry Louis Gates Jr. in the current issue of the New Yorker magazine. Speaking of his father's white Portuguese parents, not mother, but father's white Portuguese parents, the Nation of Islam leader said, I'm going to tell you something. You really want to know what I think? I think they were members of the Jewish community. You know, that's how he talks, right? He gets all slow and, yeah. He added, I believe that in my blood, and not in a bad way, because, of course, it's not bad to have Edomite blood in you, of course. That's what Farrakhan thinks. Because when I was a little boy, I used to love listening to the Jewish cantors in Boston, just like all the Irish people do. They had a program, and every week I would listen. I was struck by the cantor, and I've always loved the way they sing and recite the Torah. Gates, citing the academic source, says Farrakhan's assertion about his lineage is highly probable, given that nearly all people of Iberian descent in Jamaica and Barbados are of Sephardic Jewish ancestry. So the author is basically saying he thinks it's highly probable because Sephardic Jews are white and Farrakhan is darker than, he ain't dark. He's darker than Sephardic Jews, right? This nigga never seen Bob Marley though. Whoever the person is that wrote this, because Bob Marley got a white daddy and he's darker than he's the same color as Farrakhan. Actually, matter of fact, they the same complexion. Only, you know, Farrakhan gave himself a texturizer, and Bob Marley went all the way natural. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But they the same people, basically, according to this article and Farrakhan himself. I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, you're not white if you say you are. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to understand now is, well, Risa Islam is a huge follower, huge proponent for the Nation of Islam and Farrakhan. He's like Farrakhan's son. You know what I'm saying? They love each other. Brandon T. Jackson is an Israelite, trying to make us join hands with these people. Farrakhan could quite possibly, after this article, be an actual Edomite, which would make sense as to why he thought Esau stole Jacob's blessing, because his spirit was telling him what he actually thought, him being a possible Edomite. All the Edomites think that Jacob stole their blessing when they actually know the story. But to be black, he had to switch it. So now he the prophet, Jesus said, right? Because that's what he got to do now, since the Israelites put out the jury that he didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Right? But that's why whenever he gets the moment to talk about white people and white heritage for black people, he don't ever have a problem with it. Because since 96, it's been known, or at least in 96, it was known, by a quote via him, his daddy's a Portuguese Sephardic Jew from Jamaica. And if you wanted to know what them people look like, just so you know, because they still there was a huge Sephardic Jewish migration to Jamaica after World War II, which would be right when Farrakhan was born. And these are the type of people that was there, right? If you want to get a little close, look at the Jews, right? You got a real one, a real one, a real one, the fake one, and the fake one, right? Let's get a little. This one got color. Here it is. That's the actual picture, right? You see the brother looking up. Look at these crackers behind me, right? You got a fake one, right? And then all the real ones right here. You see what I'm saying? So these are actual Benjamite Jews in Jamaica, right? That's what we would say they are, Benjamites, right? But Farrakhan says his daddy would have been the dude in the back, not the guy with the scroll. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem I have now at this point. Brandon T. Jackson is trying to get us to follow behind a cracker. I don't like that. I'm tired of following crackers. I'm just being honest. And Farrakhan himself said he was a cracker of Jewish descent, which is why he wouldn't want to call himself or any of the people in there Israelites, because it would go against his daddy, the Sephardic Jewish man, because the real Sephards were black. We did a lesson on that too. So that's what I would say there. Let's get some scriptures. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 14. Because at this point, we should all know, no matter what your ideology is when it comes to being an Israelite, we ain't supposed to be joined to no crackers. No Edomites. The devils that the Bible speaks of, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communication hath light with darkness?
The Dark Ages was 1,200 years. It's 1,000 on paper. 2 extra 100 years if you count the time of Septimius Severus. So 1,200 years, not 900. It's strategic. Most I know what he's doing. Keep reading. Oh, that was it. 6 and 14, yeah. Right? Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. You can't do that. Can't be done. You can't do it. If Farrakhan says he don't believe in the Bible, he just wants to quote from it. The real Muslims are the people of the Bible. The Israelites used to submit to God. Okay. We submit to God, but I ain't call myself a Muslim. Brandon T. Jackson said, drop your doctrine and your religion. We've brought out before that the word religion isn't actually a bad word. Our religion would be the heritage of the Bible. If you want to be honest and get technical with the actual definition of the word, religios, right? The thing that we go back to, our foundation, is the scriptures. That's our religion. He said, drop the Bible. We're all one nation under Yah. Pick up the Quran, right? Because if I drop my doctrine, what the heck else I'm going to pick up? These niggas don't got your best interest at heart. They don't even read the Bible. They just find out they're Israelites and make a clothing brand, put kingdom on the front of it, and expect it to sell. Ain't never seen them with no fringes. Never seen them with a border of blue. Never seen them with zeets. He been in the truth 4 years, ain't start trying to grow the beard till last year. But had a clothing line since day one. And now, drop your doctrine, drop the Bible. We are one nation under Yah. When the scripture says you can't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. What fellowship you have with righteousness with unrighteousness? How are you a Bible believing brother, but you next to a naked faced Muslim? Talking about we are one nation under Yah. He won't even say Yah. Even if he's singing the Busta Rhymes song. It's that serious for them. Because the real Muslims were the Israelites, or the real Israelites were the Muslims. We submit to God. That's the problem. Most of them still eating pork. Yeah, I bet he do. I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I'm saying? 2 John chapter 1, verse 10. Man. This is the problem. And it ain't just brothers like him out there. It's a lot of brothers like that. They got a little bit of a following, and then they just try to capitalize on people. And you don't realize they complete bug outs and don't really do none of the stuff in the Bible until they do something like this. But by this time, they've already built up such a following that they have fans, fanatics. So no matter what it is they say, no matter what it is they do, no matter how down low it is, no matter how much it doesn't fit the doctrine of the Bible or the doctrine of the things that he's supposed to be doing for the kingdom that he puts his name behind, they won't even realize it because they're fanatics. Go ahead.
Con, this is the book of 2 John, chapter 1 and verse 10. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not in your house, neither bid him Godspeed.
Don't even receive him in your house. Even bid him Godspeed. Deuces, brother. Goodbye. Not make videos with him talking about we're all one nation under Yah. Put your swords down. Pick up the Quran. Ain't a brother supposed to be telling you that? This nigga's posting pictures and videos talking about, I've been the one. God wanted me to do everything. I said this in lottery ticket. Nigga, you didn't write lottery ticket. Nigga wrote the line for you to say it. They wrote the line for you to say it. And now because you got to stand on top of the building and say, I really want to help people. If I get the money, I would really help. You ain't help a damn thing. You put out a clothing line. Then you put fringes on the clothes. We got to buy the fringes. You a millionaire. Can't you put the fringes on the clothes? This kingdom. Never mind. I don't want to sow Discord. But that's the problem. Probably would have thought about that if you wouldn't think about trying to capitalize on Reason Islam's people. Right? That's the only reason you got with him. His following bigger than yours. More people like him than you. Even in your community. So you're thinking if I could drum with this brother, they'll listen to the Israelites. And I'll be the brother that they listen to. Because he want to be right. He literally told us that. He ain't gonna get behind us because we have a following. He want to make it look like he's following us. He wants us to follow him if we're gonna work together. He told Alazar and Sakari that, right? And we know brothers that's in the celebrity community, that's in the truth, that are in camps, that actually follow other brothers. They didn't say, I got more money than y'all, so I got to be the leader of the crew. I'm automatic captain. Make me, bump your prospect phase. Just let me get up in here. I'll pay a tithe. No, they ain't do that. But brothers like this dude, that's what they do. Feel me? So you got to be mindful of that. Got to learn to catch that type of stuff, right? Scripture said, don't even let them in your house, man. Bid them farewell. Bid them with deuces. Deuces. Yeah, bye-bye. What you got RZA in the picture for? Why is he around the flag? He don't believe in the 12 tribes. He don't believe in a damn thing on the flag that you got, but you talking about we're all one nation under Yah. He don't believe in your one nation. How does that make sense? Crazy. So, yeah, man. Let me see. Give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 6. And we'll end with Isaiah 13.
Come on. Bring it out.
Yeah, come.
All right, just the book of Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition which he received of us.
You see that? You're supposed to withdraw yourself from brothers that don't walk after the tradition you received of us. And the us is the Bible. The example that was left for you in the scriptures that you're supposed to receive. From the time of Moses all the way to now. Really before that. It's all one spirit. That's what it's supposed to be. If they ain't walking according to the doctrine, you ain't supposed to have fellowship with them. Not say because they're not walking according to the doctrine, drop your doctrine. That's why we didn't join with a lot of these different brothers and stuff, right? It's folks that wanted us to join with RBG when the gun stuff was going on a couple years ago when Trump was in office. We didn't do it because RBG don't have the same ideology as us. Having a bunch of niggas with guns is not enough. We knew that. And you know what? The Most High let all that stuff pass. We still here. So that means we wasn't supposed to join with them. And there's been a million other situations like that. Where brothers wanted things to go a certain way, we didn't do it. Brothers want us to follow this guy or whatever, we don't do it. Brothers want us to go this way, we don't do it. Because it don't fit what the Most High wants us to do. He said, gather together, O nation not desire, in Zephaniah 2:1. He didn't say gather together with nations, O nation not desired. What you need the nation of Islam for when we got the nation of Israel? So stop it. Stop trying to be unequally yoked with non-believers. Just, stop it. Goodness gracious, stop it. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. I'll read it. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. If we don't get right, and you keep trying to join us to people that we're not supposed to be joined to, this is going to be your fate. We're not going to join because it ain't in the books for us to do that. But you're going to be with people you think you're supposed to be with, and the Most High is going to punish you for it. In that day, when we start hunting, we're going to thrust you through. Ain't going to be no, I was not even ticket. You ain't going to be able to say that. We don't give a damn. You ain't going to be able to say, I got the kingdom clothing. No, brother, we don't care. You ain't donating none of that money to the kingdom. Know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say there. And Reza, Islam definitely ain't donate a damn thing to us ever, and isn't going to. because we don't fit his ideology. So he not even gonna help us because we don't fit his ideology. Why are you helping him? All Israel isn't Israel. So we got to keep that in perspective. Can't just go help a brother because he's black and he got a big platform, because his platform don't match what the Most High has for your platform, which is the truth. So you can't say unfollow if you don't want truth and you're going against the law yourself, brother. That's what truth is, the law. So yeah, man, you'll be thrust through if you keep on with the BS, but we got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? So we will close out on this last scripture, Baruch chapter 4:1. Hope y'all enjoyed the lesson tonight. Make sure you get the leaven out your homes. Get you some lamb, enough for the Seder meal, enough for the real meal. If you're gonna do that, which you should, because you should be having a holy convocation, so it should be more than just you at your house or wherever you're gonna do it at. So you should have to have more than just the Seder meal lamb, so that you could enjoy yourself afterwards and actually holy convocate. You know what I'm saying? Aside from that, make sure you have your bitter herbs, right? You need your lamb, you need your bitter herbs, you need your flatbread, and that's your Seder meal. And then whatever you're gonna eat for the feast. So make sure you have those things. Make sure they're ready by the time we, get everything going with the lesson, so that when we start, you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? If you're a brother, be girded, staff in hand, and we're gonna get this thing cracking on Wednesday. All right. So, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1.
Khan, this is the this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endured forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
See? So if you're a brother that's sowing discord in Israel, you gotta stop it. You're gonna die. Especially if you keep it Passover and then go back to sowing discord afterwards. You're gonna die. You're a hypocrite. Hypocrite gets stand before the Lord. Know that. Come back to the law. For real, for real. Stop playing. So we get out of here. I'm tired of seeing my cousin. I don't want to see her no more. All right. So with that, we are the Sons of Thunder Israelites. Is our prayer in our society. All Israel might be saved. All of them. No matter what. Well, some of y'all, but yeah, we still pray that, those of y'all that have a matter what, that you get right, and that all Israel might be saved. All right? Shalom.
Shalom.
Look at that. Brother Durock on the scene.